How you doing, bro? A while back I made a video about I was going to start, having a little step by step on how to make certain musical instruments and stuff like that. And I thought that I would start off with a little introduction to working stuff like that. And what this video is going to describe is it's going to describe the tools and the materials that you're going to need for making these instruments. I'm here in the shop right now, so I have a whole bunch of stuff. I'm working on one. I'm trying to finish this one here, which it's coming close. I have the rest of it, but it's just need to put this one siding on. But there. Before I get to that, I'm going to start talking about tools. Now, tools that you're going to need. Going to need a set of chisels, of course. These are standard flat chisels like that. But you will also need a set of gouges as well, or maybe just one gouge. Some examples here. This is one that I had made myself out of a piece of piping, which is basically just a simple curved pipe attached to a handle. Works okay, but this is the one I mostly use, which is a I think it's about half an inch diameter. I'm not sure. It depends all on you. It depends on you, because many people use different types of gouges. They use different designs, different styles, and stuff like that. So just find one that's comfortable for you. You will need one gouge though, because these are curved surfaces you're carving. It's not flat surfaces, so chisels won't help much. You need curved gouges to carve curved surfaces. Another thing that you will need are files and rasps. And these will come in very important, especially the rasps. I have mine here set up. These have the straight rasp, combination rasp file. This one's very handy. So I have a straight rasp and a curved rasp. One's flat and this one's got a little curve concave on it. And round rasp as well. Don't use that one much. And then you will need your files as well. You will need a flat file and you will need a curved file. And you'll see when those come. One more thing that you shall need is planes. Planes in order to bust down very surfaces. This is a standard block plane. This is one that I use a lot. It's just for rough work. This one's just meant to cut out, not meant to do any fine detailing. The ones in here are meant for fine detailing. I have these very small planes here. These are small planes that use the car to finish the insides. Here's another smaller one. It's another small one. It's not as small as the other two I just showed, but a small one. That helps you with the fine detailing. You'll need a lot of sandpaper as well. Oh, and you will also need a joiner plane. If not, then get a joiner machine or an electric plane. Something that'll give you a flat edge, because if you're going to glue two pieces of wood together, they have to be perfectly flat. You should know that. And the rules for a joiner plane, I believe, is anything longer than 12 inches counts as a joiner plane. And I didn't want to have to pull mine out, but yeah, I guess so. I don't have a modern joiner. I need to get a modern joiner, but they're very expensive because they're very large planes. But I do have an antique wooden joiner. This one is about 17 inches, I believe. Very heavy, solid, but I don't recommend wooden ones because they're very hard to adjust and fine tune. Get a metal one, but I just use this one because I don't have any other ones. These are very old. I got them very cheap. What else? Okay, I think I'm done with the tools. Oh. Now that we're done with the hand tools, let's start with a little bit of the mechanical tools you'll need. Vices, Of course, you will need vices. You will either use a bench vise or the V vise, which are very, very useful. Clamps. Also, you will need clamps. A lot of clamps. These spring clamps work well, but I recommend a standard C clamp, which I do not have this at the moment. I don't have one on me. But you will need a C clamp. A lot of C clamps. And bandsaw. Not a bandsaw, scroll saw, because it makes cutting a lot easier and a lot faster. Sander, might use that. Drill press. If you don't have a drill press, then you should have a router. Have one of the two, because they're both going to be used for the same purpose. And I think that is all for tools. Well, we'll get to them when they come. But let's talk about materials now. Now, it should always work in this formula. Hardwood top, no, softwood top, softwoods including pines, firs, spruces and stuff like that, and a hardwood back. Which in hardwood backs, it would either be one of three things. It would either be maple, sycamore, or poplar. Now, I've seen many people use different types of woods for bags, like ash and woods like that, but they don't work too well. It has to be one of the three I mentioned: maple, poplar, sycamore, because those are the three that have the best tonal qualities. For spruce, for the top, you must either use spruce, cedar, or an old growth pine. Something with very tight rings. Spruce and cedar recommended. Most of the times I used hard pine, and I've recovered. Works really well. And for materials, I believe that is all. I will get to bows later. Bows require different woods as well. They require hardwoods, exotic hardwoods, which are very, very difficult to come by. And I doubt I will show how to make a bow, but I'll get to it when it comes. Okay. I think I've gotten that out of the way. Lots of glues. Glues. One very important thing that you should take into consideration is the type of glue that you use for making your instruments. Now, you could use white glues, but it just doesn't seem to work out, and I'll explain why. There are two joints that will be used. There is a permanent joint and a temporary joint. And for basic construction and assembly, you would use, like if you're gluing two boards together, you won't want to use regular wood glue. But if you're gluing pieces together, you might want to use the hide glue, because of if anything happens to it, then in the future someone will be able to disassemble and repair it a lot easier than if you use white glues. Hide glues come apart a lot easier than white glues. So it's just for thinking ahead. You wouldn't want to use hide glues for temporary joints. I will show you what is a temporary joint and what was a permanent joint when that comes. And I think that is it for now. The next video I will post will be about selection of materials, how to pick out your wood, and how to pick out and prepare your wood. And hope to see you again soon. Thanks.